So my vision for Shamida came from when I was actually adopting my daughter in 2012. And it was on my second visit to Ethiopia that I decided I wanted to move back here. And without sounding too cliche, I wanted to give back to the country that gave me my most valuable possession, that was giving me my daughter. And so I discussed it with the gentleman who was helping me with the adoption, and he looked at me and I said to him, I think I'll move here. And he looked at me like he already knew, and he said, of course you will. He said, you'll move here and you'll open an orphanage. And I was like, what? And so the process started then in 2012. Before I'd even finalised the adoption of my daughter, I started the process to open Shamida and to start this, start the vision. I'd also been visiting the government orphanage quite a bit on my visit, because that's where my daughter's journey began, and I wanted to also see the place where she first started her journey. And I would go visit with the disabled children, and I was so just so passionate about making sure that in the orphanage that I started, that it was an inclusive orphanage, that there would be disabled and able-bodied children playing, living, sleeping, just being a family together. And that's really where the vision came from for Shamida. So Shamida's biggest challenge is also our biggest accomplishment. So we've taken on this new project with the government orphanage, and so while our children have gone from just under 30 children now to just over 140. So we've quadrupled the size of our children, and we want to make sure that we're caring for them in the best way we can. And so that means quadrupling the number of cleaners, the number of cooks, the number of nannies. It also means, increasing our staff capacity on our social workers and our project directors. So while it does, our biggest challenge is definitely always going to be funding, but it also means that that's also because of our greatest accomplishments. So I'm sort of happy to take on that challenge. At Shamida, I think one of our other greatest accomplishments is the amazing team that we have got together. There's no way that I personally could have done this, and over the last 10 years we've gathered a team around us, and it's a team of about 10 people that are just phenomenal. They care so much about the kids. They're passionate about Shamida's vision and mission and our core values. The number one question that we always ask is, how will this benefit the children? And if it benefits the children and hurts our project director, then our project director just needs to deal with it, because what we're fighting for here is the rights of the children. We're fighting for the best medical for the children, for the best nutrition for the children, for the best housing for the children, for the best education for the children. And so while we do care about our staff, and we have an amazing core group of people that work together so passionately, we always, when we're making decisions, the first question is always, how will this benefit the children? And if it won't benefit the children, then we look for another solution.
What motivates me every day is when I get out of bed and I know that I have helped to change the life of one child, that I've spoken for one child who has not had a voice to speak for, that I have got them the best education, or that we at Shamida now have got them the best education, whether they're able-bodied or disabled. They're still going to school, they're learning life skills. We're empowering these kids so that they can actually be amazing members of the Ethiopian community and grow up to just be amazing human beings and help, be game changers for Ethiopia too. We're not just raising kids in an orphanage to help them survive. We want them to thrive and we want them to grow. But what motivates me every day is getting out of bed and knowing that there's one child that we have helped and that all the other kids are just a bonus.